connecting. And over here, also start live. Perfect. Okay, I believe we're all set. So I'm going to start our countdown video for about 30 seconds. We'll be right back. GM, everyone. It's definitely a GM because it's just 10 a.m. in East Coast America over here in New York City, our studio. Here, listen, Moonlight from Ultiverse, and we are very exciting to have the FineTurtle team joining us today. And over here, we got two speakers, Clevin and Max. And actually, we are going to do this session in bilingual, right? We are going to conduct this session in two different languages, in both Mandarin Chinese and English, because guess what? We have someone, who also speaks two languages over here. And so he could definitely do a lot, be very helpful in terms of letting our Chinese members to understand more about the project FineTurtle. And being said that, we would like to invite our speakers to introduce yourself to our audience. Before that, I need to remember I also need to switch to Mandarin Chinese。那我们现在要来开始讲中文。Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到我们今天的奥特曼秀。我是月光，也是来自奥特曼社区以及我们的商务负责人。那今天呢，我们非常非常高兴可以邀请到了这个项目，叫做 FineTurtle， 是一个很酷的一个项目。然后他们是有 NFT， 当然他们还除了 NFT 之外，还有更多的内容要跟我们一起来分享。然后今天是两位联创的同时来到现场，那其中有一位联创呢，他是可以讲中文跟英文的，因为是马来西亚的华裔，所以我们今天呢会有中英双语的节目来同时进行，然后也希望能够协助我们，不管在身处世界哪一个地方的小伙伴们都可以了解到我们今天的节目的内容。那么接下来呢，就把麦克风交给我们今天的两位嘉宾，一起来做个自我介绍咯。So now I would like to invite our speakers to introduce yourself. Who would like to go first? Thank you.
Sure. All right. So I'm Clevin, and I'm with my co-founder Max. And for Chinese, 大家好，我是郑松，华语名字叫郑松，所以我的中文不太好，所以我只可能讲一点可以沟通的一种语言的中文，不是那些比较深流的中文。But that's it. Now let's go for Max.
That's amazing. Bravo. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi guys. GM. Max here. So very happy to be here with you. As probably Clement has mentioned to you that in Chinese we are co-founders and we are building FineTurtle together with AssetCat. In terms of, my background, been in the blockchain space since late 2016, working on different types of projects. Also in the commodity space, so a mix of stuff. But very excited to be here with you and discuss more on the topic of FineTurtle and AssetCat.
That is amazing. Yes, definitely. We would like to learn more about your project, especially this is definitely a cool project, right? Because we see that your avatars, right, on our banner. I'm going to share my screen to our audience so they could also check out the banner as well. This is definitely really cool. And friends, be sure to give our guest speakers a follow, right? And also follow their project. So in the future, you will not miss additional important information, right, from the project. And later I will share my screen. But before that, let's go over to our very first question over here, because since we got so many projects in Web3, especially during the bull round, right? Do you like to share some unique features of FineTurtle? And also, if you wanted to compare with other projects, similar project, what makes you stand out? Thank you.
So, our idea started way back 2020. when we saw a lot of the NFT popping up, all that during the last bull run. And personally, I bought an NFT obviously back in the day, flipping it, OK Bear, all that stuff. But I was like, is there any NFT that actually could somewhat produce some sort of tangible value while holding it, and rather than just speculative, right, asset? So, and that's where we come up with like idea of tokenization, because like Mac's been in there for quite some time, and so we were like, what if we kind of combine it in some way, and then that's where it born, and we just right now basically what we offer right now is just in a way cool PFP, right, that actually look really cool in terms of like colors, in terms of the character, all that stuff, the detail, right, the artistic of the art, all that stuff, right, and then along with really strong community, right, like that's what we really focus on. Like especially right now, every single day I spend 2-3 hours to just pick who is going to be finalisted, because I really want to handpick the one that deserve it, and actually not a bot, not a farmers, and I want real legit people to join us, and kind of foster that strong community, right? And so alongside to that, we also kind of get like, they get rewarded in real estate ownership, in the long run, by just holding this cool piece of NFT, and essentially part of this cool maybe community, and along with the connection we're going to be building as well in within the community. So, but most importantly, it's a tangible asset, right? Which is the they're going to be getting real estate, right, without even trying. You just hold a piece of NFT and somehow you can own a piece of real estate. Like in Bali, for example, that's where we start, but later on it can be like in Spain, Marbella, and whatnot, all the other locations. And you're gonna be getting like rent income on a monthly basis right to your wallet. So that's kind of what we're trying to build on that side of the thing. But we also obviously helping like companies that's trying to also do tokenization, right? Trying to do geothermal energy tokenization on gold, all that stuff. And Mac's probably gonna talk more about it on that side. So yeah, now pass on to Max, and if there's anything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's as Clement said, we're basically merging these two worlds, the world of NFT and PFPs, with the tangible value of the real estate. And I think you can't really see that much of it in the NFT space. I think it's very unique. You either go for the NFT, you either go for the tokenization. So we thought like, with our knowledge and what we have an idea to create with the NFTs, it's such a great way to combine it with the tokenization and real world assets and real estate. So that's what we have started executing. And like, yeah, emphasizing again on what Clement has said on the community, because that's the key to us. We are building really engaged community, which is amazing, and people love what we are creating. So definitely, guys, check out what we're building. And yeah, asset tokenization, definitely very interesting trend. We see it moving forward, not only from the institutional perspective, but we already have players on the market and companies that tokenizes like real estates that people can buy all over the world. There are some companies in the US, some companies in Dubai, some companies in Southeast Asia and stuff like that. And it's really interesting. So it's more on the idea of also educating people how they can invest their money, which they earn on the crypto market, in an easy way and buy real assets, which I think is super important, right? So yeah.
Interesting. So, let me do a quick summary, in Mandarin Chinese for our Chinese community members as well. And right now, I said we got over 1,800 like views over here on Binance Live, and friends, welcome over here. Oh, we also have friends saying that they are from Greece. Amazing. Yes, we actually did a quick geo survey in the previous sessions, and then we could find audience from over 60 different countries in the world. So that's really interesting. And yeah, we have around 23% of the Chinese audience over here. But yeah, as we know, right, Chinese speaking audience may be from different part of the world. So it's different time zone for them. Okay, and being said that, okay, summary in Mandarin Chinese. 那我们今天呢来介绍这个项目 FineTurtle， 他们是很特别，他们是结合了房地产、NFT。对，还有代币，所以我们等一下要来仔细的聊聊，尤其是我是很好奇的，因为像从去年开始，其实 RWA 这样的一个概念嘛，就已经是蛮 风行到了 Web3 这边，然后还有包含比方说像抵聘的赛道啊，对，也是最近都是很流行的一些话题，所以我就是想要请教一下我们的2位嘉宾们，就是如何在拥有 NFT 的时候，同时也拥有房地产，然后尤其他们刚才有讲说是在巴厘岛对不对？那之后还会再跨度到不同的国家。对，有可能是在西班牙或者其他风景也是比较优美的地方。那么我们是要怎么样来有机会获得这样实际上赋能？比方说，我们是可以真正到那个地方去居住吗？或是旅游啊，或之类的，就是相关的一些问题。那也都是相信我们的设计小班是很想要了解的。So of course, yeah, over here. Yeah, we of course receive some questions from our live audience, right? I'm going to screenshot and I'm going to save it for later. And thank you so much everyone for supporting. I see Reeve Hand saying FineTurtle, good project and super team, nice. Yeah, we see lots of people showing support over here. Yeah, and also have people saying ask me from where in China. Well, actually, I'm based in New York over here. My grandparents, they were origin from Taipei, immigrant to here probably about 2-3 decades ago. Yeah, so it's been a while. And then let's come back to our topic over here. The follow-up question is definitely, is this project like you categorize as RWA because it's been quite a popular concept, right, since last year? And also, how could people like enjoy their utilities coming with the NFT collection? Just like you mentioned, like owning a piece of it, owning the NFT collection is actually owning a piece of the real estate, right? For example, if they wanted to visit the physical location, is it achievable? Thank you.
So, okay. Yes, there can be property that for that purpose, yes. But mostly it's so here's how it works. You have FineTurtle, right? And you stake it. You then get Fine token, right? And with the Fine token, you use it on our main platform, which is Asset Cut, to redeem real estate that we listed there. So it's like you're trying to buy, and each of the real estate would have its own token, own set of token. And essentially that token, right, it's not just a smart contract being deployed on the chain and that's it. No, it's actually a DAO LLC. We incorporate a DAO LLC to do that. It's a Wyoming DAO LLC, which is legislated in 2021 July. So, and if you own the governance tokens of the DAO LLC, you essentially is the company owners, right? So we're selling the governance tokens. So if you own partial of the governance tokens, you indirectly own the property as well, right? Including the rental income, the value appreciation later on, all that stuff. So we're actually doing it that way. So each property would have its own set of DAO LLC. And then if you are requiring another property, for example, you're trying to redeem another set of property, then it's going to be another set of the DAO LLC governance tokens, okay? Just want to clear that out. And then, so most of the property that we're going to be putting onto the marketplace for FineTurtle to redeem, holders to redeem, would be the one that's generate rent income. Is what we focus on, the one that could generate 12, 13% or even higher rent income, a site value appreciation, maybe another 10%. So it's like total of like 20% roughly average, or 25. And you're getting that kind of return on a risk-adjusted investment in a way, right? And you could, for example, make some profit from meme coin, and now you want to park it somewhere else that's like stabilized, right? Risk adjusted. So you can do so without even trying to convert it into fiat. You just kind of do it. Like, it takes you like a couple minutes and it's done, and you have it, right? And so, and the other, like the thing that you just mentioned, which is like, again, a FT holders goes to the property and enjoy it. Well, if that's something community want, yes, we will do that. We will like specifically use like one of the property for that purpose. It's not, and maybe rent it out, but also could be like, can be used for the community. So whoever go there, we just go there and hang out and whatever, you know, or maybe there's gotta be a booking calendar kind of thing. Hey, today, you know, this FineTurtle holders want to book it. And so it's taken for today, tomorrow, whatnot. So it's like Airbnb kind of thing, but for FT holders for free, something like that, or being paid by Fine token. that can be implemented, some community stuff. That's a community activity stuff in a way, right? So can be implemented for sure.
Interesting, yeah, because this reminds me about 2 years ago, there's another project called Satoshi Island, right? And it used to be super popular as well. And yeah, they claim that if minting an NFT or buying an NFT to go so owning part of the Satoshi Island land and could build your own properties over there, etc. So yeah, just wanted to double check about the details over here, since we do have community members who are curious about how NFTs and combining the real asset will happen, right? And also, let me translate the key points into Mandarin Chinese. 那么刚才呢有询问到，就是说关于 NFT 还有房地产这方面要进行什么样的结合，然后持有 NFT 是不是就表示说你可以实际的到达你也是其中一个拥有者嘛，对，其中一个这个房地产拥有者的地方也去来看一看。刚才呢我们是来自这个 FineTurtle 的 Cleven 联创这一边的回答，他的意思是说呢，其实拥有 NFT 把它质押起来的话呢，就会持续的得到一个 government token， 对吧？持续的得到他们项目的一个代币。那么这些房地产呢是由一个 LLC 一个公司来拥有的。那这个呢，其实有点像，我觉得有点像是在传统商界的这个拥有股权这一类的，对不对？也就有点表示说你用了这个代币，那你表示说你拥有了这公司的一部分的股权。那因为这个公司拥有这个房地产，所以你是间接的拥有这些房地产。那么之后呢，如果在平时的话，他们那些房地产可能比方说拿来用作其他商业用途，比方说短租出去，对吧？那么之后如果说有这个 NFT 的持有者本身是想要到这个房地产那边去来进行一些使用，比方说度假旅游之类的，那么可以来进行一些安排，比方说可以有社区的活动，然后是免费来使用，或者是说可以使用这些您质押 NFT 获得的代币来支付这些使用的费用。诶，这个也是还蛮有意思的。Thank you so much for the clarification. And this is interesting, right? Because after all, there are not many NFT projects that combining with real assets, especially all over the world. So, and do you like to also let us know more about the upcoming NFT drop, since that you mentioned the NFT is actually playing a very important part, right, in your ecosystem? Do you mind to share more details of the upcoming NFT drop? Thank you.
That would be 2 weeks after Bitcoin halving. When it's kind of a cool down, and we will then launch after the chaos, for that, and as well as the supply and all that would be set after that as well. So right now we've got about 6 weeks to go, and this week is basically our start of this space program. So we're going to be doing a lot of AMA and spaces and keep talking and kind of like explaining to the world in a way what we do, and introduce new members into our community.
Got it. Let me quickly translate information to Mandarin Chinese as well. 那刚才呢有询问到了，既然我们在前面2个问题聊到的都是跟 NFT 还有跟 NFT 的赋能相关，对不对？房地产，那么就要讲一下呢，那么 NFT 到底什么时候会发射呢？这边联创他有提到了，其实会在大概是比特币减半之后的2个星期，也就是距离现在大概有6个星期的时间，对，6个星期的时间，到时候会发射。因为比特币减半之后的2个星期大概会是比较混乱的一个局面，对不对？大概可能大家焦点都是放在比特币减半之后会发生什么样的情况，然后也有可能整个市场会出现转折，会一些波动，对不对？所以就是在减半之后2个星期，然后等着市场都恢复了比较一个稳定的一个状态之后呢，他们会再把这个 NFT 来发射。那在那一段期间呢，他们也会开更多的 AMA 来跟社区沟通，然后来回答更多相关的一些答疑哦。这样子的话可以帮助不管是新的成员或者是已经持续在社区有一段时间成员，都能够继续来多了解这个即将上线 NFT 的一个项目。So how about since we earlier we talk about the FineTurtle project is actually, there are actually 3 important parts, right? The NFT tokens and real asset. So do you mind to tell us more in detail, like the connection between NFT and the token RWA and also asset card. Thank you.
Sure. I'll let Max go ahead first, and then I'll cover.
That would be great. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, basically, what we need to understand here, not to get into the confusion that there are two separate entities. One is like FineTurtle NFT, another one is AssetCard, and they are separate entities, but they complement each other. One is created for another to create more value, basically. So with the NFT, it's like, as Cleven has mentioned, but to clarify one more time, whoever owns the NFT, it's a speculative asset as well. They can trade it on the publicly and stuff like that. But at the same time, they can hold it and they can stake it. When they stake it, they earn Fine token, and then this Fine token can be redeemed to the real estate on AssetCard platform. So basically, to say clearly, in a simple way, whoever owns and staked the NFT gets real estate tokens for free. As simple as that. Okay, so basically we have the NFT FineTurtle, which produces the Fine token when it's staked, and with the RWA, it's more related to the AssetCard because that's where we actually tokenize the real estates. We start with AssetCard. If you look at it, it's the asset tokenization platform. We start with the real estates because that's the asset that everyone understands. And that's the asset that most of the people really want to have, because this is the asset with which you can build wealth and where you can allocate the funds, and then you can get the rental incomes, right? But the problem right now with owning the assets, especially real estate, is that you will, in most of the cases, all of us here on this call live, we will only buy the real estate in the place where we are living right now or we have a passport from. It's actually not that easy for us to buy the property from, globally, right? Because you would need to have a trusted people, lawyers, and people that will help you to arrange the certain property and help you to reduce the risk. And that's where we come as an AssetCard, as a real estate tokenization platform, which basically is a platform for you when you choose the property which you like, and you can easily purchase it, right? And you in a way invest in a fractional ownership. You can own 1%, 10, or the whole property, and then this property is being managed for you, and you earn money on a monthly basis when this property is rented out. So that's the beauty of it. Like, due to the technology, like underlying blockchain technology and the fact of tokenization, you basically enable to purchase the property within 2 minutes instead of, let's say, 2 weeks. And that's the beauty of the technology and what we're building here in terms of AssetCard and the reward asset tokenization.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. And sorry. Yeah, Cleven, would you wanted to?
Sure. That is mostly all about AssetCard. So aside from that, obviously on FineTurtle side of thing, is we're gonna be focusing on the IP side of thing, because we see there's huge potential in terms of Little Turtle, even the main one right now. People like how things look. So there's gonna be a lot of IP being built as well that we want to focus 100%, right? Like strong IP brand, 100%. That's what we're gonna be focusing as well, aside from just more tangible side of thing. And as well as obviously fostering the community side of thing, and add on whatever additional tangible value that we can add on. For example, me and Max, we also work on and another partner also work on Forex SaaS company before, like Forex related stuff, like software trading stuff. So we can maybe produce that like in the future. I'm talking about, this is just an example. We always try to provide some more value into community, obviously, aside from just real estate and asset side of things. So yeah, just want to cover that.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much. And since that you mentioned there are actually different platforms, right? AssetCard and also FineTurtle are actually different. Are there any web pages that are already available for us to take a sneak peek? Thank you.
Sure. I'm gonna show it right now. Hold on.
Yeah, because this is the beauty of a video AMA that we could look at the screen.
Are you able to see?
Oh yes, this is very cool.
Yeah, so something like that. But I'm gonna show an example. So it's like by the time if your wallet hold a FineTurtle, you're gonna be able to see that, you're gonna be able to see something like that, a page like that, and you would see all the information about that. Like later on down the road, how many Fine token you have, and then there's gonna be a dedicated FT marketplace, which is dedicated for FineTurtle holders to claim any sort of real estate that's available. Whenever we put something, you could just choose which one you want, based on the ROI, based on the location. Maybe you want it on Greece, maybe you want it on Bali. You could choose kind of thing. So it's simple as that, and you click on it. and then you just basically, oh, I want 10 share. It would show, okay, you can pay by Fine basically instead of USDT. You click on it, and it's pretty much, obviously it would have more of process of like checking out whatnot, but yeah, it's simple as that. And yeah.
That is very interesting. So, just like you mentioned, it's actually managed by a company, right? By a LLC every day, right? And say like Airbnb, and so that's how the company could keep earning profits, right? And then share with the holders. Is that right?
So, that's the property management side of thing. Yes, there is a property management that, like, that's what they've been doing. That's what they're good at. They take a 20% fees on that, on managing all the properties and whatnot. So we work with, for example, in Bali, we work with, one of the top 3 local real estate agencies to source pipeline of properties. And then there's also along with the local property management company that to kind of handle the renting it out and collecting fees and whatnot, right? And we just do the distribution of the rent income directly straight to the wallet that hold the real estate token. So it's really straightforward job for us. And yeah, that's how it works. There's a professional property management company managing the property.
Yeah. And I think also important to add to that, because that might be interesting to people, is the fact that regarding the property, it's at the end of the day, all of this property is being managed professionally. Obviously, it's being rented out on a daily basis, and it brings the income. And then at the end of the month, this income is being distributed among all the token holders, right? And the fact is that it's like people who invest in the property, they actually own it. It's not that we as a company own it. So that's basically, again, what the whole technology allows for, just the direct ownership of the property by individuals who invest in it. And the second thing I wanted to mention is some of you might be thinking, why Bali? And the reason why Bali, that's actually more than 2 reasons, but I'll mention 2. The first one is the fact that both me, Kleban, and one or more of our co-founder, we lived in Bali for more than a year, so we understand the market. And the second important thing is the fact that Bali has amazing occupancy rate. It's between 80 and 90% of occupancy rate for short term. It has the season all year, which is a great advantage. That's why it's able to produce great returns to people. That's why we are choosing this market to start with.
That is great. Yeah, and yeah, we got a lot of audience over here. They are very curious about all the things over here. Yeah, especially this is definitely really cool that combining, just like you mentioned, the 3 major things, right? NFTs and real assets and tokens. And friends, if you are curious about the project and if you haven't given them a follow yet, I'm going to share their official Twitter handle over here. Yeah, friends, let's give them a follow. It's over here, right? And this is FineTurtle. You can find it on Twitter, FineTurtle NFT, FineTurtle NFT, FineTurtle NFT. And it's actually beyond just NFT, right? Because it's they also will have their tokens, and for their NFT holders, if you stake it. And I'm also going to switch my language into Mandarin Chinese. 那我们接下来呢，想要再看一下这个项目的官方推特，大家可以在这边可以看到说，在月光的个人推特上面就可以看到，我们是2位联创今天都同时在这边，然后 FineTurtle NFT 他们的官方推特就是直接叫 FineTurtle NFT FineTurtle NFT 呢，非常方便就能够来找到他们的账号，并且来进行关注啊。我是已经关注起来呢，进去来看呢，这边就会看到他们的官网这边已经有了。可以加到这个 Fineless， 然后到 FineTurtle.com。那他们呢，这个项目呢是很有趣，已经在就是比较风景优美的地方，像在希腊，对不对？已经就是有这个房地产这边就是有合作的。那如果是 NFT 持有者来质押您的 NFT 的话，就是可以来获得他们的 Fine 代币。So since we talk about the Fine token, right? And Fine NFT. Do you mind to share more details in terms of token economy? Because this is definitely something that the holders were curious about. Thank you.
Sure. You mean, okay, so utility token, the Fine token, is not really, there's no liquidity, right? It's just really a utility token. So in terms of the tokenomic, obviously right now we're still kind of working on it and deciding how much should it be and whatnot, all that stuff. But there's not much to really talk about it other than maybe two weeks before the launch, we should try to announce that on the side of the Fine token. But it's utility token, so basically, essentially, it won't be listed on Binance and whatnot. No, but on asset cut side of the thing, asset cut token, we actually do plan to have that by the end of the year, and we may be doing some sort of airdrop kind of thing as well. Right? That's the alpha. So if you are FT holders, you're gonna be receiving airdrop for sure if we do decide to go ahead with asset cut token. So Fine token is FineTurtle utility token. There won't be liquidity, but asset cut token is a whole new different story. Maybe we're gonna be working on asset oracle kind of thing, on layer 2 kind of thing. We probably want to go ahead with that. Let's just say, then yeah, there would be an airdrop for that.
That is amazing. Yeah, certainly airdrop is something that all the holders that really wanted to hear about, right? Thank you so much. And anything else that you wanted to add on over here? If not, I'm going to
yeah, just kind of let me, like, this sort of thing, just thought maybe then they would understand a bit more. So what I mean by each property, they have each set of real estate. That's what it means. So this is like the real estate token name right there. It's like AC01, which is like property number 1, property number 2, property number 3 kind of thing. And you would be able to see all that, like how much you acquire 500 share, 340 share, all that stuff. So it would be something like that. So it's not like we have one piece of real like token and then it represents the entire real estate. Okay, just want to clear that out. So yeah.
So there will be many different types of tokens. And can NFT holders stake their NFT and then earn different type of tokens, or do they have to specifically pick one real estate?
Okay, so you stake it, you get Fine, and then you basically go to the marketplace and choose whichever you want. For example, this month there's this available right here. Okay, let me redeem this right here. And then there's next month, then you try to redeem a Greece property. The next month again, and then you try to redeem AC010 maybe. So it's all up to you, It's all up to you. You just go to, by the time you would have your like FT marketplace, which is similar to this, for example, and you would be able to choose which one you wanna redeem whenever you want. It's up to you. You can choose whichever you want.
That is really interesting. Yeah, and because this is certainly quite a new concept, right? In Web3, like I have also interviewed about over 1,000 different projects, and this is certainly something that's different from other projects. So how do you make your project be a long-term and sustainable project that could keep on going? Thank you.
Okay, so asset cut side of thing. So here's the thing. NFT project as a whole, one of the main source of revenue would be royalties, right? And right now, which is good that Magic Aiden kind of enforced that 5%, which is amazing for the creator. But other than that, what else, right? Well, you can IP side of the thing. But other than that, for us, we have both of that. On top of that, we have asset cut that actually is the real business, right? That's where we, for example, in 5 years, we're trying to exit for like, $100 million if we want to exit, or we aim for the $1 billion exit, in 10 years, whatnot. So that's where the business is. And we serve two sides of people, which is B2C side of thing and B2B side of thing. So in terms of like sustainability, well, we got a whole like legit business that's like on the brand. So it's not just FineTurtle as a brand, but also combined with asset cut as a brand. So let's just say there's no revenue, whatnot on FT side of thing, but we still have asset cut that producing the revenue to keep supporting FineTurtle in terms of like producing some more value for the holders and whatnot, right? So yeah, that's what we have, asset cut. And on FineTurtle side of thing, just FineTurtle side of thing, we believe that it would still continuously and sustainably give value, because 70% of the royalty we receive, it goes back to the community by giving the community the real estate ownership. And on top of that, for people that not really fancying the real estate holding, maybe they don't want to hold real estate, they want their USDT and buy some meme coin, they can do so by just selling it on our secondary market as well. We may even offer some buyback option. We are currently thinking about that. We buy back for 10% below the market price, and then we basically sell it back to the actual real estate investor that interested in buying those real estate, right? And at a 5% discount, whatever. So we also think about that as well. So our FT holders could instantly sell it back to us. We buy back at 10% discount, and they get their USDT, in liquid. And so yeah, that's something we also do as well, right? So and long story short, here's the thing: as FineTurtle price goes up in value, the amount of real estate value that you're going to be receiving also goes up. So for example, let's just say if FineTurtle is worth, for example, $10,000, for example, you're going to be receiving around $3,000-4,000 worth of real estate in 1 year. I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So that's just the real estate ownership. And top it up with the rent income as well, another 20% on that, so it's some quite good amount of value, I would say, so yeah, that's kind of the simplified version.
Wow, this is nice. Thank you so much for sharing the detailed information with us. I'm going to translate that in Mandarin Chinese and also share the web page over here for our audience. 那么刚才呢，我们这边的嘉宾，也就是来自 FineTurtle 联创，他有介绍很多关于就是成为 NFT 持有者的一些优势啊。那我也想要来分享一下，这是他们的官网，大家可以看到呢，这个 FineTurtle 的官网这边呢，其实接下来呢，他们会再更新许多，然后让大家可以点击，然后来看到有很多不一样的一些讯息哦。比方说，这是他们的官方推特，对吧？然后还有其他的比方说像他们的 Discord 啊、社群啊之类的。然后还有这边呢，连你的钱包。然后之后呢，它其实还有另一个网站，对，刚刚有提到也有另一个网站呢，就是叫做 Asset Card。对，那一边呢，你可以来把你的NFT，就是当你成为一个 NFT 持有者之后，你可以选择说你是要来拿到哪一个房地产的代币，对吧？他们的代币是有2个部分的，对，一个代币是治理代币，那这个治理代币呢是到时候不会上锁的，但是另外一个代币呢之后他们会把它用上锁，所以那就是有价值的，对，所以大家可以来看一下说这个项目确实是蛮特别的哦，它是有很多不同的层面。OK， 那我们今天呢在现场又有看到小伙伴也有在这边来进行提问，大家都欢迎留言一起来进行提问，来多交流呢。同时呢，有兴趣的小伙伴们，对，也是欢迎说可以来关注一下这个 FineTurtle 的官方推特啊，这样子您就可以来对这个项目产生更多的了解。同时呢，如果想要跟社区来进行交流的话，对不对？就是记得要到他们的这个社区这边社群来加入进来，就是他们有他们的 Discord， 然后所以我觉得这是一个还蛮有新意，但是也比较复杂来了解的一个项目啊，所以就是想要来问一下说 ，So this is definitely a project with a lot of new concept, right? And as we all know, and around this time during the bull market, we got so many new people just joining Web3, right? So for newbies, fresh off the boat, how would you inform them how FineTurtle works and asset card works and everything, all this kind of in a simpler term? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, with the FineTurtle, with the simple term is that you purchase the FineTurtle, you go to our platform, the FineTurtle platform, you click stake. So you stake the FineTurtle, and then for staking, you just receive the Fine token. And then with the Fine token, you can choose the property which you like. You can click and claim the fraction of the property, and then you own it. So as simple as that. And I think that's the easiest explanation of that. Regarding asset cards, it's the platform, same as Amazon, same as Airbnb, which is super user friendly, where you just log in and register your account. And after you do that, you have the list of multiple properties where you can choose the one that you like. You have all the details, financial details on the property, location. You can verify whatever you want. You can see what type of return that the property provides, and then you can choose what percentage of ownership of the property you want to purchase, whether it's 1%, 5%, 10%, 50%, or maybe you want to buy the whole property. And then you just you can buy it using fiat or crypto in the matter of 2 minutes. So these are the two things that we're doing. So I hope this clarifies for all the newbies what we do.
Yeah,
Cleven?
yeah, and also so people could use the Fine token that they receive from staking the FineTurtle NFT and then to use it on as a card. Is that right? What's the
Exactly.
connection?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly like that.
Yes.
So it's interconnected. That's why I said these are two separate entities, but they complement each other, right?
Okay.
Because we allow the Web3 community with the NFTs get into the RWA space, and a part of that there's like a separate Web2 community which just wants to own tokenized real estate. So that's why it's just combination of these two.
Yeah, and also on asset cut side of thing, right? So the problem with a lot of Web3 product out there is that you gotta understand Web3 to use it. Even like a lot of the platform out there, I personally kind of get confused like with what's going on with the user interface, right? So for us, we really focus on simplifying things where like a 50 years old, 60 years old, even my grandma could understand to log in without even understand what is blockchain. So that's the goal here. We're trying to onboard, like, obviously our goal is to onboard like 1 million people to own asset, but it's actually onboarding 1 million people into Web3 without they even know they are on Web3. It's like you're using internet without understanding what is internet. You don't need to understand how internet work, right? Technically, but you just use it because it's beneficial, right? So that's what we're trying to do in asset cut as well. And then on FineTurtle, we incorporate FineTurtle in a way is that we kind of make traditional finance a bit more fun with NFT, connect to real estate side of the thing, right? And along with the most important is obviously for crypto holders out there, later on after the bull run, whatnot, you're gonna be making a profit, but you're gonna be you need to exit, right? At some point, take a profit, and after that, where are you gonna put it, right? After that, right? So then this is one of your options as well. We begin with real estate. However, in the long term, there's a lot of different asset classes that we can do as well. Like imagine you can own piece of Starbucks, McDonald's at a location. You can own that. Isn't that like cool, right?
Yeah.
So that's something we want to do as well. All right, maybe offer it to our FineTurtle holders as well. So yeah, there's a lot more things that can be done.
Yeah. Exactly the same you can do with the piece of solar farm, a piece of wind farm, a piece of infrastructure project, a piece of mine that is being built. You can really tokenize so many different things and enable this to every single individual all over the world. Yeah.
That is very nice. Yeah, since we talk about you mentioned that there are actually a lot that could be done, right? So how about both of your vision for the FineTurtle project in the long run? Thank you.
In the long run, I believe for example, right, whenever people say, oh, NFT is a scam, it's just picture, you guys are just buying picture, there's no value. Well, obviously they don't understand the community side. The community is a value, right? But aside from that, we can hey, we are not just picture, we got real estate, we are different. So our goal is to try to obviously, also kind of give a good reputation around the NFT world, right? Build a new standard maybe. So yeah, in terms of long-term vision, obviously we just keep providing value, tangible value, and not just speculative value, right? That's what we focus on. Just keep providing tangible value and top it up with obviously really strong community and taking care of the community side of the thing and making sure it's only the quality members going to be with us, right? And even from the beginning, we already start doing that right now. We do not want Flipper to be on our collections. We want the one that believe, the one that see RWA, believe in RWA, and want to be with us to build together, right? That's the kind of member we want. Genuine members. We don't care how much you invite and whatnot. You're inviting a bunch of bot and whatnot. We don't care about that. As long as you're genuine, you're in. That's simple.
Got it. Let me check around if there are any additional questions from our audience over here. Yeah, because so far we got over 5,400 live audience. So, and there are just so many messages popping up over here, like thousands of them. So friends, if I miss yours, yeah, be sure to feel free to post again. Thank you so much. And being said that, I think, yeah, probably about it. Do you have any additional information that you would like to share with us before we wrap up today's session? Thank you.
Any, Max?
Well, definitely go check out FineTurtle NFT on X together with AssetCAD on X. Just see what we're building. We are very active. We're cooking a lot on X. So yeah, we'll have lots of AMAs coming up. Starting with another one Thursday. What time was it, Clevin? Maybe you can.
5 p.m. CET.
Yeah, 5 p.m. CET.
Awesome. And yeah,
and just a little bit of a sneak peek for you guys that didn't like brand new. So that's the NFT side of the thing. We're trying to aim for cool art as well, but yeah, just showing a little bit of that.
Cool. And over here we got an audience asking, is it possible to have 100% of one asset in tokens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice. So the quick answer is yes. Okay, let me check with, yeah, we got any other questions from the audience? Yeah, because, well, there are really many people join us because we are featured on the front page of Finance Life. Let me also share my screen again so everyone could see our feature page over here. Yeah, so everyone, if you go to Binance.com and then go to the live session, you are going to see us. Let me quickly share it. I think it's this page over here. Okay, yeah, over here, so you can see that we're featured on the top of the front page over here on Binance. And if you go to the live session, you're going to find us. Whether you are using the app or you are using the web page, you will be able to see us. Yeah, I think we have covered a lot of information over here. Once again, thank you so much for spending time with us, both of you. And we are going to have replace available for our users. So yeah, friends, if you just join us at the end, no worries, because you will be able to watch the replays and help us to follow FineTurtle team. Yeah, so that you are going to get more updates from them. And once again, appreciate both of you spending time with us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, and we are going to end our backstage over here, and we will see you around. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okie dokie, I'm going to do our ending video and then we are going to do a quick replay. Let me check over here. Okay, and the replay will be available across different social media platforms. And I'm going to do our ending video over here. Hey, ending notes over here today. We got close to 6,000 live views, and I believe that we will have more because people are just keep coming in. And thank you so much for supporting us. And right now we got over 40.8 million likes as well. That is amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. And now I'm going to say bye to friends who are watching us on our Twitter live and say bye to friends who are watching us on our YouTube live and say bye to friends who are watching on our Twitch live. Yes, I certainly appreciate all of your support. And we're going to do replays over here for friends who just joined us. No worries, you are in good hands, and we're going to help you to check out the previous important messages over here. Okie dokie. And being said that, I'm going to checking. Yeah, lots of important information over here. And this is definitely a new project. Cool. With new concept.